Good evening all. Welcome to my live broadcast 119, broadcasting live from Auckland, New Zealand. And I'm addressing the Billion Coin community. Today, our weather's been way a lot cooler than the rest of the whole week gone. So yeah, we've had a real cool day today, and hopefully it's the same tomorrow. Before I go into the blog, I saw a post today it read, what if the 1 million positions are filled already for the billionaire? That's what the post read, and you have to start thinking, because admin has done similar to this before. When we got a fright and they came out and said there's over 50 million registered TBC members. And this post wasn't from admin, it was on Facebook, and the person said, what if the million position for the billionaire is already full? But depends which way you want to look at it. Yeah, and that's interesting. But I'll just cross over to the share first. A bit of share. Yeah, okay. And the first one is, it's only a few days old, and it's got why a one world government, new world order is a very bad idea for humanity. And as you can see, the all-seeing eye is at the top, so whatever that means, that goes with this. The picture, the year is 2019, and here we stand at the cusp of great change globally. The financial system, known by the previous 5 generations, is in its final stages of total collapse. Upon its final breath, humanity could be facing its darkest hour. You know, there's some word of truth in here, because if you look around the world, you see all the disruptions happening. Everything's starting to come out of the woodwork, and then you've got these riots in all these different countries. You've got some of the South American countries that the dollar is not worth it. Well, whatever their coinage is over there is not worth anything. And the likes of Venezuela, that they're in hardship over there. Their currency isn't worth anything unless it's backed by gold. Okay, and as for New Zealand, we've got they've been uncovered, the 4 major banks out of New Zealand. You can pretty much say they were scamming the people. They're a scam, and have been finally uncovered. Scammed billions of dollars. Okay, some have worked vigorously towards a global financial reset to provide a soft landing within this transition from a completely fiat-based system back to a gold-backed system. Well, gold talks. Okay? Within this brief window of change comes the opportunity for the ruling class elite to firmly establish the new world order of a one world government. This is a warning to all humanity. The elite must fail now to set up a one world government. Because if they succeed, it will be the end of freedom. Most of humanity today has a reasonable amount of freedom, yet fiat-based system has enslaved humanity to debt. Debts in a large part that were not incurred by the individuals. All of the governments have created vast debts over the last 100 years, and then their citizens are expected to carry those debts. Yeah. They say America's in so many trillions of debt, but the thing is, who are they in debt to? So, while most of us are free to choose our professions, free to raise a family as we see fit, and free to travel to a certain degree, the burden of these debts weigh down on us and have a very negative impact on our lives. These debts could be the excuse used by the elite to start a global war when the plug is pulled on the entire banking system. What will the people do when all of the banks are closed? How will companies be able to operate without access to the bank? What happens when the paper money suddenly becomes worthless? How long can humanity sustain itself in such a dark time? The elite have planned the scenario for a very long time, and they have planned to introduce a one world government as the solution. How would a one world government impact the freedoms you enjoy today? The short answer to that question is that ultimately it would completely destroy your freedom as you know it. It would lead to every aspect of your life being controlled by a government that puts its own interests above the rights of the individual. Total slavery. Yeah, you can imagine what would happen if we ended up with a one world government. Okay, why? Why would a one world government lead to total slavery? The answer is because of the nature. The nature of government is force. Governments are run by men, which are people. So what is the nature of men? Many things have changed over thousands of years, but the nature of man has remained the same. When it comes to man, power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. That sums up the nature of man. New Zealand is, I think everyone in New Zealand would wonder what hit them if there was a one world government. Honour the Treaty of Waitangi. You can honour those things. The few that rule the world today do so in the shadows and therefore don't have complete and absolute power and control. They have great influence, but that is it. Power is broken and divided between many nations and peoples. There is ongoing conflict between these nations as they each struggle for greater power in the world. This is a necessary friction that allows freedom to survive. The more friction there is, the more freedom exists. Power struggles are very important. A one world government will be the end of the power struggle. We, the people, outnumber the few ruling class, elite by at least 1,000,000 to 1. We do have the power to overcome the elite and their evil plans. Yeah, it makes you wonder. New Zealand will end up like a third world country. No benefits. Yeah, all your benefits will be cut in half. You don't want that. Almost 250 years ago, a new kind of freedom was born when the American colonialists declared their independence from the Kingdom of Great Britain. These colonists won the Revolutionary War and set up a republic under a constitution. Constitution separated the powers of government into three branches, which allowed friction to occur between these separate branches as each seeks greater power over the others. Before this kind of government was formed, most governments had total power over its people and ruled with an iron fist. Consider the known history of the last 5,000 years. Why has there been more technological advancement and progress for mankind in the last 200 years over the previous 5,000 years? Simple freedom has allowed mankind to advance in ways that were inconceivable before. When government is busy fighting with itself, it allows the people to enjoy freedom. Constitutional type governments have spread all over the world ever since the American Revolutionary War, and the results has been greater freedom. This is a much better world to live in today compared to 200 years ago and before. A one world government would quickly return humanity to live under an iron fist of a tyranny. Freedom would disappear from you. Well, some governments around the world now do run their countries with an iron fist. We all must resist the deception that is coming, that a one world government will solve all of the problems we face today. Yes, the current financial system is collapsing, and there are no guarantees that a global reset will result in a smooth landing for us in this transition. TBC offers an alternative. The faster we build 1 billion members, the better, because the world is changing fast. An educated billion people working together to spread the message about the truth of abundance on earth with a currency of its own is a real solution. A solution that should lead to even greater freedom. Yeah. Page to think about that. Now, I'm going to. Attitudes are contagious. What kind of attitude are you spreading around when you speak or make a comment? Does it inspire or bring others down? You are contagious. Are you spreading fear and doubt or hope and joy? Who determines your attitude? You do. In the glass, Is the glass half empty or half full? It's your choice. Winners pay attention to their own attitudes. They recognize that they do influence all of the people that come in contact with them. Winners pursue positive results, and they are very careful in choosing their words. They want the people around them to take action in a positive way so that everyone can enjoy the good fruits that come from spreading words of encouragement. Mm. In life, you have to focus on what you want to get. It. Too many people focus on what they don't want, and then they are surprised that their lives are filled with misery. They won't take responsibility for manifesting the bad parts of their lives. It's your life, so take charge of it. If you want to be healthy, wealthy, and wise, then you should take full responsibility for every thought, word, and action that you produce. Let's set up the expectations of the billion coin properly. It's been less than a month since our launch on March 21st, 2016. Now, this is how old this post is. By that date, we had built a fully tested our cryptocurrency, and we know that it is fully functional and built to last for a very long time. The computer network supporting the TBC coins continues to expand and become more and more decentralized with each and every node we add to the network. We have developed a user-friendly web wallet, and we also have built a Windows wallet and Android wallet. Once we completely sell out all of the stake, we will release the Windows wallet and Android wallet to the public. We did not want it to be too complicated to manage for our admin support team, and so to keep it simple, we have only made the web wallet available to the public at this time. We have worked very hard to make a simplified website that is globally accessible to even the most antiquated computer. This website is the hub for the TBC community at this time and delivers up-to-date pricing, calculators, documentation, education, and a place to buy and sell TBC coins. In the future, you can expect many third parties to develop products and services for TBC coins, just as we have seen develop for Bitcoin today. It takes a bit of vision to see where all this is going, because we are just getting started. We hope all of you realize just how lucky you are to be here in the beginning, at the beginning of a cryptocurrency that only goes up in value. You can't lose. Many of you will become TBC millionaires on September 26, 2016. We are in the stakeholder phase of our development at this time, and most of the buyers of the TBC coin are buying stakes today at a ridiculously low prices for these coins that someday could each be worth €1 billion per TBC coin once we are fully mature. We all have so much to look forward to over the next couple of years. This coin concept was specifically designed to easily lift people out of poverty, regardless of their skill. We are on a mission to end poverty and hunger globally. By spreading abundance and prosperity for all, it's time for humanity to grow up and shake off the shackles and artificial scarcity. This coin has the power to deliver that. Let's be real. We certainly don't expect the baby to behave like an adult, right? The coin is worth less than a penny today. It is just a newborn baby. Do we leave babies to fend for themselves? Of course not. Babies, full of all sorts of potential, require a lot of nurturing and support, right? If you're fortunate enough to own these baby TBC coins, you can expect to get the maximum benefit and profits that come from being an early adopter. So take good care of your TBC coins and be a positive contributor within the TBC community. When you are in any public space, such as the group chat on this website or TBC member relations, keep all your comments full of encouragement and stay positive. It is harmful to raise doubts and fears in any public space. Too many of you have been voicing your concerns there, and this will discourage buyers from buying, and that is counterproductive to your desire to become wealthy. If you discourage the buyers, then to whom are you going to sell your TBC coins? If you have a valid concern, then discuss it privately with admin by clicking onto the contact link, us link at the bottom of every page on this website. We haven't even started our marketing campaign to completely sell out the entire state. And all of the growth we have experienced so far have been developed organically by word of mouth. We are about to invest a significant sum of money into a marketing campaign to drive traffic to our website. You should not discourage them once they arrive. We expect to fully sell out of the entire state by the middle of May. Then buyers will have no other choice but to buy coins from the stakeholders and miners. From that point forward, cashing in is a lot of fun. But you don't want to do it too soon. The potential profits are huge for all of you. We recommend that if you purchase a full stake, that you only sell 10 TBC coins a day until the value hits $10 per coin. That's in the old day. Then it would be a good idea to start selling X amount of coins day after that. The way you get the most of your purchase and help to create a healthy appetite for the buyers to keep on buying from you. If a buyer wants to buy more than 10 TBC coins, and most do, then they have to collect them by doing transactions. With several sellers every day, this is a formula for success. There will only be a few thousand stakeholders, but there will be millions of buyers. You are positioned well to win. Be grateful, stay positive, employ all of the things you learn here in the education center of the website. Okay. I'll just stop sharing that and come back on to the live.
All right, there you have it. With this 2019 promo still active, I recommend you purchase as many coins as you can, because in the blog, and I've read it a number of times, when that billionaires' positions are filled with a million positions, TBC coins will be 1,000 times harder to get. Any person with a coin, you'd be selling up big. So even myself, my coins will be going out at a huge price, or even parts of a coin. Be no more free things like this promotion is pretty much free. When this billionaires positions are full, then feel sorry for the ones who don't have coins, other than 25,000 cookies. Remember, you must have at least 1,000,000 cookies to go through to the millionaire steps. A million cookies that takes you through to the millionaire steps. So, with this promotion still going, I've never seen it. I've never seen it so easy since I've been in it. Yeah, right now as it has ever been before, and like I said earlier, there was a post. I read a post on Facebook, and the person said, "How do we know? How do we know that the billionaires' positions aren't already filled?" And I thought about what he said, and like I said straight out earlier on, I said, because I got a shock when admin come up and said they had over 50 million registered TBC then. So who knows? So those ones who don't have a whole coin, or don't have 1,000,000 cookies, think hard about it. Remember, you can work the tiers from 4 grains right up to 40. I don't know if they're there. They're there for the people who can't afford the 1 or 40 grains. So you just build up with the small tiers till you total the amount of 40 grains. That's the best solution that I ever seen come through yet. And you don't even have to be a broadcaster to get those coins. But when those billionaire positions, which is only 1,000,000 or something, 1,111,000, the coins are going to be real hard to get hold of. Like they were saying, it's going to be 1,000 times harder. So whoever's holding coins can make a lot of money. Anyway, I'd like to thank all of these, Sister Carol and my wife, Bex. Thank you for watching my live broadcast. And Barnum and Reserve and Brother Bill. Thank you also for watching in on my live broadcast. And whoever else is watching or may watch later, I'll keep saying this all the time until that billionaires positions are full. Go hard with the promotion. There's no reason why nobody around the world can get a whole coin. It's set up specifically for the ones who can't afford a 1 or 40 grain coin purchase. So go hard, you know. Even if it takes you 10 weeks, at 4 grains, that's 40 grains. There you go. But anyway, I better let my wife get on and do her broadcast. Once again, I'd like to thank you so much. And being Saturday, tomorrow morning, I'll broadcast again at 10 a.m. in the morning. So you all have a good weekend. I know some of the other countries are a day or so behind us, or even just a few hours. You enjoy your weekend also when it comes. Thank you.